With all our hearts, we pray and ask, God bless Anambra, God bless the shining light that we bear. We're the only ones to make her brighter, the only ones to make her better, the only ones to make Anambra shine. With our sweat and blood, every breath of our life.
Governor Soludo, CFR, renowned for his expertise in economics, is transforming the economy of Anambra State. Since assuming office, he is focusing on strengthening the governance structures in Anambra State, particularly the Bureau of Public Procurement, BPP. By prioritizing transparency, accountability, and efficiency, the Soludo administration is creating a more safe and accountable public procurement system that will be able to drive sustainable development in Anambra State. This is Solution Footprint. On today's episode, we'll be exploring the impact of Soludo's support for Bureau of Public Procurement, BPP, in Anambra State. My name is Chidima Orangwa. Let's roll. Every day, thousands of transactions take place in cities around the world. One of the most critical transactions that take place is the procurement of goods and services by governments. The quality of government procurement has a significant impact on the quality of life of citizens because it directly influences the delivery of public services. In recognition of the need to improve public procurement in the state, Governor Soludo, CFR, intentionally introduced the mantra of doing more with less into the governance space, which eventually led to strengthening of the Bureau of Public Procurement.
So Mr. Governor from day one gave all the support to make sure that BPP in Anambra State is a very healthy institution. Mr. Governor prepared to be governor. They didn't go somewhere and pick him. He applied. He was prepared. He was armed. He's choreographing everything he had already planned to do for Anambra State. He has it all planned out. He gave us all the support. Look, be on your own. Do your work. Do what you should do. This is public procurement. Make sure you go by the law. The governor doesn't interfere in the matters of procurement. He just wants it done properly. 95% of our contractors have never met the governor one-on-one. Never. There is no reason to meet with him. They only see him when he comes for inspection. That is why we are actually doing more with less, because there's proper procurement process going on in the States. And ours is a delivery with a timeline. So our eyes are always on the ball. We have no time for frivolities. I think the following year, soon after the governor took over, we were the first state that wanted $2 million from the World Bank via the Nigerian Governors Forum for being a very transparent and real procurement agency.
The Anambra Bureau of Public Procurement is responsible for developing policies and guidelines for public procurement and also oversees the procurement process to ensure compliance with established regulations. Since Governor Soludo came on board, the Bureau of Public Procurement has expectedly had significant improvements in public procurement processes, resulting in cost savings for the government and better service delivery to citizens.
The last record we have saved the state over 27 billion because we set up something that makes sure there's no toll gate. In the course of procurement in Anambra State, no toll gate. No, every contractor will tell you, no toll gate. If anybody requests for any kobo, just let us know. No toll gate. Mr. Governor wants it to go so seamless, like a conveyor belt. Nothing stops it. From there to there, from there to there, from there to there. That's why we are delivering. Our procurement is the real world public procurement. There's nothing hidden. It's transparent. It's e-procurement. Actually, we no longer do anything manual. Everything is online. So everybody goes online. When we publish, everybody in the world sees it. When we open the bids, everybody in the world sees it. When we negotiate, everybody sees it. So it's really a public procurement where there is fairness, there is competition, and there is value for money. Go look at our platform. You see over 300 contracts of various forms. This year alone, there has been over 100 contracts. And all moving sequentially like a conveyor belt, on track to deliver.
It has led to greater accountability in the procurement process, and the government and public are now better able to monitor and track procurement requests and contracts.
If you see what is happening in the state, people ask a lot of questions. After they imagine the way we print money, how does he get money to do all of this? And every day, more projects. It's shocking. When people look at our platform and see the dossiers of jobs we are churning out, we are awarding, and they are ongoing, honestly, it's intimidating. I'm sure you guys are aware that we've also awarded the Anwago all the way to Okija, about 30-something kilometers of road, and the award figure about something billion. So the state is going to look more like a construction site. Now, there is something we call, in BPP here, we call the Procurement Audit Department. In fact, they're one of the busiest departments. Now, what their job is every day they leave this office to different project sites with the Bill of Engineering Measurement and Evaluation. Every specification that's on the paper, there are staff who are packed to different project sites. So we are always following up to make sure if we say to you it's 15 cm, it has to be 15 cm. It's 10 cm, and our BOP is always specific. So we have those people who go there on daily basis or weekly basis, depending. Once there's any phase of work, we always go to make sure that it is done.
Strengthening of the Bureau of Public Procurement is a significant milestone of Governor Soludo in promoting good governance in the state. The Bureau plays a critical role in ensuring that public procurement processes are transparent, fair, and competitive.
Getting this contract took a whole lot of dedication and passion for the actual execution, because it was a very competitive one, and it was very clear that Mr. Governor was looking out for delivery, an exceptional delivery, because it's a project that is actually a revenue generating project, and it entails a whole lot of tourism activities, so there was a lot of competition from experts in the industry, in Lagos, in UK, across Anambra State, from all over, and there was a proper bidding process. I don't know if to use the word seamless, because apparently the operations was seamless per se, because it was done on the platform. It was advertised, and we all started bidding. It was a very competitive bidding, very, very competitive, because it entails a lot of materials and all that needed to be quoted for outside the country, within the country, sourced around. So it was a very detailed process, very detailed. So we had to pay attention to every detail, and we continued to ensure we provided every necessary documentation and every necessary show of capacity to be able to execute the project. But it was a seamless one because it was a standard operation. It was the standard bidding operations that was being carried out.
When this project came up, we had to join the process. And to be frank with you, the process was very transparent. The capacity was not compromised at all. It was a situation where the government insisted on having people who have capacity to be involved. In so many of the exposures we have had, you have situations where you go for contract bidding and you see so many contractors who don't have the financial capacity to get involved. And what happens is that the collaboration somewhere along the line gets a little bit frustrating for the state. So there was an open window for people who have financial capacity, aside from technical know-how. And this is a combination of what we have. So we applied, we went through the processes, it was very transparent, went through the pricing, and at the end of the day, we were considered amongst all the other contractors. Here, there are so many companies working here. Of course, they all passed through the process. So, and as we did promise during the bidding process, it was quite a commitment for the company, and like we do in other states. Yes, the delivery process and all the targets were well defined. And I can tell you to the best of our ability, at least, as it stands today, we have done almost about 90% of the job we expected to be done. So maybe in less than 1 month here, we're out of this project for other projects that the system wants to engage us in. But then in terms of the procurement process, the contract management is perfect. The governor is deploying his financial skills in the management of this contract, and we're really enjoying it.
There was this time we published for a job, the tender was published. An interested vendor, all sent in their bids. And we, on the day of the bid opening, we actually sent out notices to people. When this guy won, when his bid was the most responsive bid, and we looked at his figure, felt it was okay to do the job. So we sent him a notification of award. The guy didn't respond. Sent the second time, he didn't respond. So we now had to call him up. He thought we were 419 people. He said, how in Nigeria, how come in Nigeria, you don't negotiate, you didn't see anybody, didn't know anybody, you didn't see one governor, no commissioner, and you're telling me I want a contract? We say, please just come. You have verified your company, we have seen your track record, you can deliver, your price is okay, if you can do this and this and this, you get it. The man was shocked, but it happened. He said he never believed it can happen in Nigeria, where you can get contract under the governor or the commissioners. It happens here in Anambra State.
The procurement process in Anambra State has 10 short steps, including conducting of needs assessment for the direct target communities, securing annual ministry budgets covering the identified needs, develop ministerial annual procurement plans based on the approved annual budget, submitting of the procurement plan to BPP for approval and hosting on the electronic procurement platform, obtaining the executive consent from the governor for implementation of the activities or projects in the approved annual procurement plans using priorities and timelines. This is followed by submission of the executive consent for each activity or project with its draft tender advert to BPP for review, update and hosting on the electronic portal, bid opening as the advert elapses, bid evaluation and submission of evaluation report to BPP for final review of the outcome, and negotiation making of an offer to the preferred bidder. The BPP sends the ESCO memo to Anambra State Executive Council (ANSEC) for approval for award of contracts to the preferred bidder, after which MDAs apply for CNO from BPP. The impact of these improvements in public procurement processes can be seen in the delivery of better services to Anambra.
Well, the BPP has been so good to us, good to everybody. No intimidation from them. Just do according to your specifications, and that's all. We are good. Even in the issue of getting the projects or getting the contracts, no issue. You come online. You can't even see anybody physical. You come online, everybody online. You bid your contract negotiation, and then you have been given the job without knowing anybody. Without going to the office to go and be saying, okay, okay, I'm here. No physical, what would I call it now, meeting with anybody. So they have been free and fair to everybody. At least our companies have benefited from Mr. Governor. From Port Harcourt Road to Bodouku to Une Visualization, we just go to Fun City, Solution Fun City, the leisure park, and then now Government House. He has been so good, and he's doing his best to make sure Anambra will never remain the same again. So he has been a very good person, a visionary leader.
You see, such of this type of contract is not something that you see is easy, because there are a lot of competitions. We followed the normal contract submissions of our bids. We went through that, And fortunately, the governor, His Excellency, maybe felt that we can handle this work. We bid it for so many, but we are lucky to have Oka and Onisha, part of Onisha, not all. So our boreholes, they are hybrid pumps we have supplied and installed here. They work on solar, they work on AC supply, and the last portion is if worst scenario, we have a standby generator. So all these boreholes now, they have been operating on solar for now. Before we connect our connections to EEDC, the existing reticulations has been without water for about 20 years or over. I will say that a number of people are lucky to have Professor Soludo as a governor, because somebody who gives you water, who thinks of you to give you water, we said water is life. For over 20 years without water, you know what that means. But he came up with the idea to give people water. See, people should be thankful to God and to him, because he is a life giver. And we thank him for that, because for considering our company to come and assist him towards that achievement.
The chairman of the BPP has been doing a lot of jobs in Anambra State to make sure that contractors don't incur a lot of expenses by virtue of making sure that the bills is well edited, well arranged. We do everything according to the BOQ of the job. If you bid for a job and the job is given to you, at least this job we are paid 50% mobilization, 50% mobilization. So at least that will make you push the job very well. Nothing like, we are waiting for the file to come out, we are waiting for commissioner to approve it. Just once you give 50% is being given to you as a contractor, you know what to do with the money. You keep on moving the job. If a certificate is being raised by the ministry, another money will be paid to you without even budging. And the governor has already instructed them to immediately contractor rise for valuation, do that. Approval is not difficult. 1 week, 2 weeks, the approval is out for you to continue doing the job. As you can see, nobody is going to tell you anything. If you go to government house here, job is going on. House of Assembly, job is going on. Equipment job is going on. This court, and Mr. Governor still has job going on at judges' quarters at Onisha. So people are there doing the job. Even here, we had before end of December, I think we'll deliver the job, especially use of God. This job is just 1 month plus now.
See, before we pay any 1 naira to any contractor, our money is protected. You must give us an advance payment guarantee and APG. In fact, we have a case right now, or 2 cases, where we are not satisfied with what the contractor has done, and we have called back the APG. That means, and the APG comes from a reputable bank. We will call it back. Our money is always safe. No. The state cannot give you money without protecting their money. So we always have an APG, advance payment guarantee, which the contractors must submit, which will verify from the bank, are you sure? And once they are sure, no problem. So it means if the contractor goes contrary to our agreement, we just call back the APG, and the bank is responsible to make sure that Anambra State gets every 1 naira given to that contractor. As I'm talking to you, we're about to make one of contractor to remove a whole roof. We were supposed to use 0.7, and he's done 0.55. He was shocked. We climbed the roof, used our vernier caliper, measured the gauge of the roofing sheet, and found out, he told my friend, what you have is 0.7. Why 0.55? So he didn't believe we could go up that roof and take measurement. So as it is now, we're going to write him to bring it down. He must bring it down. It has to be 0.7. So we go that far in this state.
As the governor would say, in Anambra, we are building to last. With the establishment of the Bureau of Public Procurement, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has taken a significant step towards promoting good governance and improving the quality of life for citizens in the state.
As of today, to take a trip or holiday or vacation from the hustle and bustle of the city and the country always makes one to convert dollar, travel out. But with this project, we are very confident that we are making Anambra a destination. no more a departure zone. We will be expecting so many visitors to this project. The project was detailed to the level of ensuring that its visitors cut across all demographics. We have facilities for kids, we have facilities for adults, we have facilities for youths, we also have facilities for the senior citizens, the old-aged persons, the retirees. So with this, we can also tell that we're expecting finance and revenue from these different demographics. So it's a very strategic move by Mr. Governor to situate this in Awka, Anambra State, where we know has a lot of hotels and less of this kind of facilities. So this is economic growth for both hotels, for both the job. You can imagine a site like this that every day has over 500 skilled and unskilled people working, whether it is raining or it is sunny. And some days has up to 1,000. And this is only during construction. So you can imagine the employment capacity, the kind of employment it will drive to this state's capital. Mr. Governor has not slept on this project. He visits this site often and on. He follows everything going on to ensure that Anambra can have a place to celebrate during the season and have something exciting for outsiders to visit Anambra to behold. So it's congratulations, and he should keep doing this very good work. He has a vision to replicate this across the state, which is going to cut across other parts of Anambra State. And it's a tourism, it's in his manifesto, and we encourage him to keep taking bold steps like this. And with these little efforts put together, Anambra will be great again.
Everything Mr. Governor is doing now, he said it back then, way back 2006. The Dubai, Taiwan people are here, way back 2006, he has said it. Everything about agriculture, about health, about education. In fact, go and read the people's mandate from the governor. You even see that he even mentioned Bureau of Public Procurement. Where he was talking about it's going to be a sound institution. It's there in his mandate. So there's nothing he's doing now that he woke up and he just bumped into his head. No, and for real, people will be shocked at the end of the day to see that Anambra State will become a destination zone.
Yes. Today, under his watch, Anambra has been adjudged as #1 in fiscal transparency and one of the top 5 on financial sustainability, top 5 states on the ease of doing business, and many more positive indices. It is crystal clear that the main objective of Governor Soludo is on boosting the confidence of investors, eliminating corrupt practices in Anambra State, and ensuring that the public funds are efficiently used for what they are meant for. This will enthrone a transparent government in Anambra State. And that's a wrap on this edition of Solution Footprints. Join us again next week for another exciting episode of Solution Footprints. Follow us on our social media handles at Solution Footprints on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and Solution FP on X, formerly Twitter. My name is Chidima Orawa Ndivai Kevesian.
With our sweat and blood, every breath of our lives, we've trust in God. We will lift our homeland high. We believe in